Yo, family, we are back once again. High value basketball, the best basketball commentary on this side of the planet. You dig? Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, man. Hit that button. Do it. So, yeah, we are talking about the New Orleans Pelicans. Roster breakdown, family. Man, these Pelicans are going to be good. This team already, as you know, they had a very nice run last year, even without their growing superstar. They already also have another potential superstar on the squad with Brandon Ingram. Then they also have a sub all-star star with CJ McCollum. They have a big three. They have a legit big three between CJ, Brandon, and Zion. I don't know what else you call a big three, but between those fellas there, this team is going to be scary because those three dudes, only one of them is fully in his prime, which is CJ. These other two cats, Brandon and Zion, they're still growing. And as well, so is the rest of this team, fam. So I honestly believe that they are going to take a leap and be 1 year ahead of schedule. Basically kind of like how the Grizzlies, they made it as far as they did. I definitely see the Pelicans doing this. Second round at minimum. I can see them being a Western Conference Finals team too, for real, if they pull it together. But enough with the intros. Let's get right into the roster. Jose Alvarado. Man, folks, y'all need to definitely keep an eye out for him. He is a super duper spark plug on offense, and he is a pest on defense. He's got that, that trademark play where he hides out of bounds in the corner and then just runs full speed behind it. An unsuspecting guard or whoever's handling the ball in the half court and taps the ball away and scores him 2 more points. Yo, how he keeps getting away with that is hilarious, but expect more of it, man, for real. Then we have Zylan Cheatham. Zylan, really don't expect too much from him. He's really a no impact player, and I don't expect him to have any more impact than that. Just being honest. Then you have Dyson Daniels. He is an Australian. He is a potential 3-and-D type of guy. He has defensive instincts, the traditional kind where he just gets it. And yes, he can shoot the ball from catch and shoots. So I definitely see him filling out the Bruce Bowen role if he develops as such. Devontae Graham. Man, Devontae Graham had him a year with the Pelicans, man. At first when they brought him over, they was wondering how was he going to fit. He's a scorer, he's undersized, blah, blah, blah. Negativity. But come to find out, the dude was a very good fit. He is a very good scoring option. And yeah, man, second year with the Pelicans, watch him grow, get even better footing with this rotation and camaraderie with the teammates. Jackson Hayes. Man, Jackson Hayes is a high energy center. And I like everything about him. He just needs to work on his defense. He just got to get those defensive instincts up, man. You could tell he was just a super duper athlete guy, like all through high school and stuff like that, because he doesn't have any real, what's the right way of saying it? Like he doesn't see plays develop on the defensive end. He just doesn't see it at all. So you can definitely tell he was one of those super athletes that probably just erased everything at the rim against smaller players and stuff like that. So now the fact that he has to go against NBA level schemes and other super athletes as well, he is a little bit of a step slow, but I honestly believe he's going to have him a great impact this year. He's very good for putback dunks. He's got a lot of those. And yeah, he's always a good highlight dude who just energizes the team, yo. Expect him to do a lot more of that. Then you have Willie Hernangomez. You've got the other Willie Hernangomez, brother. He is in his 8th year. This is so crazy with these Hernangomez brothers, yo. The damn Bo Cruz role that his brother did clearly put a spotlight on all of these dudes. 8 years, didn't even know he was in the league. Never even heard of him until his brother did the movie, yo. But it's his 3rd with the Pelicans. He's a backup center. And yeah, man, if he just keeps up what he did in EuroLeague in any capacity, he's going to be very interesting addition on this team, man, for real. Watch it. Then Brandon Ingram, more growth. He secretly will emerge as a top 5 scorer in this league. Expect him to be an all-star, if not full on an all-star, right outside of it, just due to people not being familiar and they still wanting to see the old heads shine on TV for All-Star Weekend. But to me, he is an all-star level player, man. Shout out to Brandon Ingram. Herbert Jones. Herbert Jones, he is the current resident 3-and-D player for the team. He had a big year with him last year, and he's simply just looking to improve. 3-and-D guys, they're very simple. Like, they don't ask for much. They catch and shoot. They show up. They, put in good work, get rebounds, and hopefully try to, ward off some offensive players from the opposing team. Like, that's all you can expect for them to just keep doing it, and hopefully they get better. Kira Lewis Jr., he's a backup point guard. Hopefully he'll improve and get better as well. Not much to the guy. He is a little bit undersized at 6'1", but of course we know that doesn't mean anything in his position. But we just got to see him grow. Hopefully he'll get some run, some playing time, and make him more of a household name. Najee Marshall, he does 14 points per game, yo. He had 14 points per game in the summer league. So, I mean, that ain't bad, yo. He's showing up. So, and he is a defender. Again, this team needs defenders. That's one of the critiques about this team, is that they really have no defensive intensity. They just kind of out there just going through the motion, so to speak. A guy like Najee, he will help bring some intensity to this team because they sure need it. CJ McCollum. We already know CJ, household name, already said, yo. He's got all-star credentials. He just isn't recognized as such. He's going to have another huge year with this team, being more integrated. He's fully in his prime. And like I say, he's going to be assisted with Brandon Ingram, who's going to help, what is that? What am I saying? He's going to help, let's say stretch the floor, but his gravity, and of course, Zion's gravity, oh my, that's going to help CJ shine for real. Then we have Trey Murphy III. Trey Murphy. He's in the second year. He's looking to improve. He had 38% shooting percentage from 3 last year. So if he can keep that, he don't even necessarily got to improve. As long as he can just keep that going and do it with more frequency, he can be a perfect floor spacer for this team because they need it. Larry Nance Jr. It's his second year with the Pelicans. He's a decent pick backup for the front court. Larry Nance Jr. to me is not really anything special. He's just a guy. He's just kind of out there. He used to have highlight dunks, but he wouldn't really do that often anymore. So hopefully he can just basically be a defensive plus, because offensively don't really expect him to bump up the team like that. Then we have Daquan Plowden. He is a rookie from Bowling Green. He's a decent scorer. And he's a decent scorer, and he can get his own shot. So there's never any problem with players like that. Just have to see if he can fit into the system or if he's going to be more ball hoggish. Darion Seaborn. For some odd reason, I don't know why I know this fool's name, even though I don't watch college basketball like that. Maybe he just has one of those names that just roll off the tongue. It sounds like an NBA player name, don't it? Darion Seaborn. Like, that's just you was born to go to the NBA, bruh. But Darion, he's a twitchy guard. He's got great vision, court vision, and he can help facilitate. And with his athleticism and his speed, that can definitely be a nice change of pace, man. And it's always good to have fast guys on the team who are in control, definitely in control. And he definitely seems like he is. So I can see him being an offensive version, an offensive pest to match up with Jose Alvarado as a defensive one. Then we have Garrett Temple. Garrett Temple, he is in his what is this? It was like year 13, 14 for old buddy. His 11th team, second with the Pelicans. He's a good dude. He's not bad, but he's just one of those vets that just keeps finding themselves on a new team every other year, just for no reason. Like, I don't get it. It's he's just one of those dudes. So he finds himself here with the Pelicans. Hopefully he can get himself enough run, enough playing time and continuity to where he won't get moved again. That's about all I got for you, Garrett. Then we have Jonas Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas, he is a second or third tier senior, a second or a third tier center in the NBA. And that's not necessarily a bad thing when first tier is Jokic and Embiid. If you're on a tier below those guys, you ain't doing too bad, because the dude can score, man. Jonas can score. He's not that much of a defensive center, but on the offensive end of things, he is very savvy. Like, people are going to question, if there's going to be enough spacing and how's that going to work with Zion. I personally don't feel like it's going to be a problem. Zion has enough gravity in and of himself that he's probably going to end up helping Valanciunas score more. So I see it as a plus. And last, but certainly not least, Mr. Zion Williamson himself. Man, the dude definitely has been working in the off season. We already know about the body transformation. He is looking like $5 million. I'm going to say this, though, and nobody's talking about this whatsoever. I might do a quick little short video on it. I'm concerned about Zion Williamson, not because primarily his weight, but because of his gait, the way that he walks. There's this one superstar player that we all wish never got injured. That dude named Derrick Rose. There was a video that was done about him years ago, and it was by, please forgive me if I'm saying the wrong profession, but orthopedic surgeons, I believe. Surgeons, basically doctors who work with bones and joints and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's orthopedic. And it was a video of them and like a body language expert or something, not body language, but like a body posture, person and trainers and stuff like that. And they were basically saying one of the reasons why they could tell that Derrick Rose was gonna eventually get injured is because of the way that he walks. And they just showed so much footage of how hard he walked and how much labor was in the way that he just would walk around. You could tell that there was imbalance in the hips, imbalance in the legs, imbalance everywhere in his body. And nothing that could necessarily be done about it because, most of us are naturally born with one leg longer than the other kind of thing. So, over the years, if it never gets corrected, you end up walking crooked, basically walking crooked. And that crooked walking, they believe, is what led to Derrick Rose being injured and staying that way for a very long time. That exact same gait issue, Zion got it 3 times over, yo. Have y'all seen that man walk? He walks like an old man already. He walks like his knees are already shot. So seeing the way that he walks, that actually scares me more than the dude's weight, to be very honest. And nobody's talking about it. So hey, hopefully none of that is going to come into fruition. And we see superstar Zion. We see ultimate Charles Barkley in his ultimate form, Zion. But yeah, man, it's going to be great. This team is going to be amazing. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. That would be amazing as well. Help your boy out. You dig. But I definitely see them again as a second round team at minimum. Surprisingly may make a push for the WCF. And so the starting 5, they got CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, Herbert Jones, Zion Williamson, and Jonas Valanciunas. Let's run it, Pelicans. High value basketball. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.